How's it going, everyone? I just purchased this little thumb ledge. Now, this is a 3D printed left-handed thumb ledge. They do make the right-handed version. I picked it up off of eBay. They also have them on Amazon. I didn't realize that when I first was looking into this. It's somewhat decently made. You can kind of see all the little the printing lines right there. But it does feel durable. I thought it was going to be a little softer. So I'm going to try this out at the range, see how I like it. Normally I'll put a light to use as a thumb ledge on some guns, but they are pricey. For example, the TLR9 that I purchased for the Apollo, I was considering getting another one of those for the Prodigy, but they're running about $180 versus this that was $18. So significant difference in the price. There are a few things I noticed on this, aside from just the overall build quality, which isn't bad. I mean, it's 3D printed, it's a few dollars. The lines I can smooth out with some sandpaper later on if it really got to me that much. But I did notice, and I've noticed this on other thumb ledges as well, like the Tandem Cross one, they do stick out a good amount from the actual slide or frame of the gun. And I guess that's so that you can just press down and not have your fingers, or in this case your thumb, pushing against the side. And that's just a guess. I'm not sure why it's not more flush to the slide. The slide isn't moving. Sorry, not the slide, but the frame. The slide's moving, but not the frame. So why not have it a little bit closer? I would have preferred it be flush or close to flush against it, so I can kind of wedge my thumb, press it on this, but kind of also have it wedged against the slide. I can still sort of do that here, but I just think it adds a little bit too much to the gun. I think it would have been nicer to be closer, but I can only assume, different guns have different slides that might cause an issue. I haven't seen any, and I don't know of any, but maybe there's something out there I'm not aware of. Because if it's going to fit a standard Picatinny rail, they should be this standard width as well. So I'm not sure, again, if there's reasoning for that. I'm going to try this at the range when I go, probably on Monday. My only concern was pressing down on this, being that it sticks out so much. I didn't know if that was going to be like a weak stress point where I'm going to be kind of pressing down on it and it's going to, break off. And it does move, as you can see right here. All this is, it doesn't really have any little plate that goes in between like some other light mounts do. All it is this really thin screw that goes across. So the screw, being that it's thin, does have gap. And of course that gap allows that movement. If it was built a little different, maybe with a sleeve or potentially with a slightly wider screw, I don't think that would be an issue. Again, for the price, kind of hard to complain, but at the same time, if you're the one making this for purchase, making it available for purchase, maybe trying different, versions of it, like maybe the next gen will have, that option. And that's another thing on this one. The little hex bolt on here, the little head, as I was tightening it, and mind you, this is hand tight, it's not clamp, it's not really torqued on there very much. The bolt strips, which I thought was kind of weird. I know it's not going to be the highest quality steel in the end, it's just a little bolt that holds this together, but the fact that it already stripped kind of sucks. But for $18, if I really needed to get this off, I could just break it off, probably just hit it with a rubber mallet, break it off. I hope not to. What I was going to try to do is remove this and try to put something in between, maybe a real thin like paper material that the bolt can kind of press against to prevent this movement. It's not a lot, but when I'm trying to shoot for bullseyes, I don't want there to be variations or little movements, because as I'm shooting, especially if I'm trying to do faster follow-up shots, I don't want this moving up and down. Now my shots are, you know, going to be off. I don't want them fluctuating. I want that consistency, which is what I'm going for. On these 2011s, I want that consistency, which is why I'm going to try different ammo on this one, try to see if I can find one that maybe is a little bit better. But for now, I thought I'd show this off. It's a cool little thumb ledge. Again, the overall price, you really can't beat it. I've seen some as low as 13, but then they include shipping. So they're all just close to $20. This one was, I think, $18.99, but with free shipping, so $19 plus tax. So they float at about $20. You can find them on Amazon, depending on what day of the week you purchase them and where you reside. You can actually get these delivered like in the next business day. If I would have ordered it earlier in the week, I would have had it sooner, but I didn't see them until recently. And like I said, I bought this one on eBay just because I wasn't aware that Amazon even had them. So I'll let you know, if you do have one of these, let me know how it's worked out for you. Was it durable? Did it end up breaking? Do you still use it? If you don't, is there a reason why you don't? Or was there something you just didn't like about it? I was gonna check this one out, and if I like this, I was considering getting the Tandem Cross one. It's they have a red anodized and a black anodized one. I'd probably get the black one just to keep it all black. But the reason that I held off on that one, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, so I thought I'd try this first. Two, it could just be the pictures, but on the Tandem Cross one, it looks like they have it at the front, and this ledge, the bar, looks like it's way back here. Like it looks super long, the ones I've seen. And when I see them on the bottom, and again, it could just be the pictures, they seem to be pretty large, versus this is about the size of like 2 little Picatinny squares. So it's not the largest, and it's lightweight, of course, it's polymer. So I was considering getting one of those. I just don't want it to be mounted like where it is right here and have the ledge be like way back here. Like I don't need it over here by the slide. I don't hold the gun that way. I like to hold it further front to just really hold down that front end of the gun. So we'll see how that works out. Again, if you do have one, let me know what you think, if you kept it, if so, why, and if it made a big difference on your shooting or if it was just more of a comfort.